Writing the podcast Being Men as I learn to be a man. Understanding the time, lessons and patience required to be a 10. A series of compass insights of the journey for a different turn. Being men, where rivers of the mind flow to give a damn. A movement with river flows, so I be a bailer I can. All stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Right at the podcast Being Men. All stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Welcome to Being Men.
Hello there and welcome to another one. I trust I found you in good spirits. We're back with another one. My name is Tatenda. I'm super excited. Why? When legends come back, that is a sign that we did something right the first time. And here we are. If you're new to the channel, we are a mental health podcast. And not only do we deal with mental health, but we also deal with every issue that is there or people that are doing their best in this life to change the other person's life. And the person next to me is doing exactly that. And ladies and gentlemen, meet billionaire of the year, Miss Tinei.
I like that intro. It's manifesting.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Hello, Mzaya.
Hi, Sekuru.
Zirisei.
Ndirai tunorisei Sekuru.
Kumba.
Aiko kumba kuri right.
Anditi todaiwoka.
Hey, kumba kuri right.
Awesome stuff. Welcome back, dude.
Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. How does it feel to be a billionaire?
Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's amazing. Getting anything you want at any given time.
Anytime. Going wherever you want. Going wherever you want to go.
Wherever you want.
Without even thinking, geez, okay, before I swipe, can
No
I check?
budget.
No budget.
No budget.
Just-
We don't check the balance.
We don't.
We don't.
If it's a car, you just get to the service station and say, how far get
That one. No.
Fuck.
I want that one.
Yes, just, yeah. Live. Yes, Mzaya, welcome back.
Thank
And
you.
before we get into the order of things, I just want to track back. I don't think you're a guest today. You're not a guest. Let's put
I'm
it out
not.
there.
I'm a co-host.
She said it herself. Hello, co-host. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. Thanks to you, co-host.
Good. What was your... Let's track back to the first time that you came to the podcast.
Okay.
One, how did that... What's your overview of that episode? That's one. And two, how did it change your perception of life from what you were going through to where you are?
Okay, funny thing is, I watched the episode the night that it aired with the kids.
Okay.
And in all honesty, I was telling the kids, I'm like, guys, I don't remember what I was saying.
Wow.
And they're like, what, Mama? But you were there. And I'm like, no, honestly, I don't remember word for word. So as I was listening to it, it was all new to me. Yet it was me speaking. But then I'm like, oh, wow.
Did I say that?
Did I say that?
I've got wisdom.
I'm like, I've got wisdom. Oh, my word. So it was like phenomenal, like I said.
Last time she said exuding. Yeah. Today it's phenomenal. Yeah.
No, it was phenomenal. And having feedback from like most of my circle that watched it, and they were just getting back to me, and they're like, oh wow, we didn't actually know this is like how you would relay what happened to you and all that stuff. So it was really amazing and an eye-opener for me as well, because it made me remember how far I have come and how much I have grown.
Yeah.
So it was just blissful.
I remember you sent me a message and you said, Seguru, the kids said, geez, amazing where we've come. We've come a long way in such a short space of time.
Yes.
And to still look at that, a lot of people say they don't listen to themselves when they record. One person for sure, my wife, she says, I cannot listen to my voice. And here you are, you watched it with your family. Does that mean that I've got someone in my corner that also loves listening to themselves?
You know, honestly, I think it has changed for me. I used to hate listening to myself.
Really?
I used to hate listening to myself, like playback of voice notes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, gee,
Do I
do
sound like-
I sound like this? But after watching this podcast, I think I have found a new interest. I love my voice.
Oh, yes.
I love
Let's
it.
welcome Tinei to radio. So the next radio station is going to have Tinei as the host.
Yes, definitely.
I think, you know what, I'm so excited because when we say, yes, we spoke about women's month and what women are going through and being a woman and all that. But the one thing that I love the most is as soon as I say, Mzaya, please make a plan and come through, you're like, Segura, I'll be there. That to me just showed me that, you know what, you can be related to somebody, but then if you're not comfortable with them, there's no way you're going to go back. You understand? So if you did not have a good experience the first time, I don't think you were going to say, as much as you love me as Seguru, you were never going to say, yes, I'm coming back. You're going to be like, Seguru, work is really, really hectic. Yeah.
Made so many excuses.
Considering the fact that before you came for the first time, you had given me excuse after excuse after excuse. And then here you are now like,
Instantly.
I'll be there. So thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Anyway, let's come back. How are you? Not the how are you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? No. How is Tinei?
Tinei is okay. Tinei is pushing through. She's got her good days and bad days, but we move.
She says we move.
We move.
Yeah. You know, the reason why I asked that question is a lot of times we tend to get used to the norm, how are you?
And then it's
without actually, if someone was to say, how are you? Are they prepared to listen to you cry? Are they prepared to listen to you mourn? Are they prepared to listen to you vent? Or it's just a matter of, I ask them how they are and they're good. That's it. Or when you're saying, I am fine, I always say when someone says I'm fine, it means you've got feelings inside that are not expressed.
Oh, fine. F-I-N-E. Okay. Oh, I like that.
So next time a woman says, gents, next time a woman says, I'm fine, she's not fine.
She's not.
She's not. Far from it.
She's not.
Just like when she says, yeah, go with your friends. You can go out. Go. No, don't go.
Don't go. That's a no.
Don't go.
Yeah.
Or if she says, go, if you go out that door, don't come back, you can jump out the window. She said,
the door.
Easy. I'm giving you tips and tools here to make sure that you're your best possible self in your relationships. Anyway, Tinei is back here. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Because whatever that we're going to speak about tonight, it's going to be powerful for you. Just like that link. Where is it? The link to the first episode that Tinei was here. I won't introduce her again because go back there and check who Tinei is. Tinei is a billionaire. Tinei is a fashion icon. Tinei always has a different hairstyle. Just saying, yeah. So, hey. Okay, Tinei, I've got a few questions for you before we jump into why we are here. I don't even know why we are here.
I'm curious because you just said to me Women's Month, so I'm curious. I'm like, okay.
So whatever you're going to say is great.
Yes, I'm a woman.
Yes, yeah, I am a woman. Yeah.
Yes.
So I've got a set of questions that were not prepared by me.
Okay.
So if they are bad, don't ask me.
Okay.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Perfect, you signed. Okay, the game is never, ever, ever. So obviously, if you have, you're going to tell us, yes, you have. If I'm going to ask you why you would do such a thing, what's the word? I'm looking for a word that's going to say, sis, man.
Okay.
Kind of vibe.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
too excited. I never, ever, ever stalked my ex on social media.
I have.
You women are devious.
It's not devious. I just stalk because I want to see what they're up to, if they've moved on and with who. It's not a good thing to do, but we do it. We do it. Well, I do it. Let me speak for myself. I did. Yeah. I stalked from A to Z and I compared as well.
So fine, let's suppose you've stalked. All right. And then you find out that one, they have moved on. And two, they look happy. Then what? You're going to be hurt.
I get in my feelings and then we move.
Us gents don't do that.
You don't what?
We stalk.
You don't stalk. You might not admit it, but...
No, but it's the honest truth.
No. I think we all do. because you're curious to know, okay, who has your partner moved on with?
No,
And
not
is
me.
it better than me or
No,
what?
gents, once you're an ex, you're done. Unless there's still a little bit of love left or whatever.
Yeah, if there's love left,
you want to say something?
I want to say that's not true. Men stalk. That's why they call you as an ex and say, you've left your clothes here. Can I drop them off?
No, that's checking on.
No.
A woman will never call
No.
and say, hi, you left your t-shirt here. No.
Yeah, we won't
A
because
woman
we are
will just
stalking
go
you.
and scroll and
Exactly.
Yes.
With us, we're direct.
But
I
you guys,
know what
once
I
you
want
see
in
that
an
we are happy, you always call and ask for. It's a question that you like it leaves you with a what's going on, because you are trying to come back, but you are too proud to say it
Yes,
that you miss me.
That's true. Pride is
With
what
us-
makes you say you do not stalk, but you stalk.
With us, man, I promise you, straight to the point. Dude, you left your t-shirt. You know, obviously, if I say you left your wig or your t-shirt, you know that I miss you, right? But at least it's direct. With a woman, you're going to go on Facebook, you're going to go on Instagram, or you posted wearing that t-shirt. I'm the one that bought that t-shirt, and now he's hugging her. And come on, man. You women are devious. Devious. I don't know why you've got a month, actually.
No. I beg to differ there.
Anyway, we're going to go on and on
Yes.
this, but okay, fine, you stalked.
Yeah, I did.
So, okay, when a woman stalks, you are hoping that one, he is not happy, and two, she is less beautiful or less attractive than you are. Or she is less than you, basically.
And she's out of shape.
Yes.
And her hair is not nice at all.
Yes.
Please have
She
your
said
mic
it.
close to you when you're speaking.
She said it.
I didn't want to speak on the mic,
We are hoping
so you
for
can
those
silence me.
And then you get so happy if those things turn out to be true.
things. Yes. I'm like,
But
okay.
then you get hurt when those things turn out not to be right.
But 98% of the time, I'm always better than the current.
Yes.
Finish and clear.
Thank you.
Always.
Anyway, let me not get into that.
It's 2 against 1.
2 against 1. I'll never win. Never ever kissed my best friend.
Never. Like what? Define kiss, because
Yeah,
there's I've kissed my bestie.
Nah, I don't think this is
Romantic kiss.
Yeah,
a romantic kiss.
No.
Like you bump into each other's lips. Bestie, sorry, bro.
No.
Good
Never
woman.
have I
Good
ever.
woman. They say having a bestie of an opposite sex is like having a chicken as a pet. One day it is.
When I eat it.
Yes.
Never have I ever slid into someone's DM.
I haven't.
You're not a DMs kind of girl.
I'm looking for somebody to DM me because I'm hearing people are catching love on DMs. So I'm looking for somebody to DM me.
James, come on now.
I haven't. been
Tinei's here.
DM'd.
Slide into your DMs and just say hello.
Yes, please do.
Look at Tinei's hair. He's catching up all this stuff. Like, come on, people. Jeez, Tinei, leave my stuff alone, man.
It's in the way.
Never ever told a lie to my parents.
I've lied.
And why were you lying?
To get out of situations. There's one incident that I remember. I was very young. One of my close friends in high school, she had a party and my mom was strict on us going out.
Yeah.
So I lied. I'm like, we're going to do a project for school. And yet we went to a party.
Mzai, if you're listening to this or watching this, there's your daughter.
I'm grown now.
Who said you can't beat your grown-up kids? Come and beat her for lying. Oh, so a school project.
Yes, I think every child lies at some point. I've mastered some of the lying when my kids do it.
No wonder they say I've been there, done that.
Yeah, I got the t-shirt. I know all the tricks.
This story.
Yeah.
It won't add up.
Yeah, because at some stage I was also there and I didn't.
Exactly.
So therefore I know.
So like I just woke up and jeez, I'm a grown up now.
Yes.
Yes. Never ever fallen asleep in church. This was for Ole. Sorry. Never ever dropped my phone in the toilet.
I have, and I picked it up.
Was it damaged?
It was.
So you should have left it.
I wasn't going to leave it. I had to at least try to salvage
Salvage the little that's left.
Yeah, but it was damaged. It started glitching, and then
That was it.
that was it. Yeah.
The last one. Never ever fake liked a guy.
I have.
Why would you do that?
Okay, I would like to say I'm a very nice person. So I can't just be rude. Cause so I'll like laugh with you, can go with you, but then the minute we're done, it's over. It's over. Yeah. And okay, I've come to realize that myself, I'm a very good listener, but when I start to speak, people don't pay attention as much as I do when they speak. So especially for when it's a guy, for me that automatically turns me off. So then
a guy that doesn't listen is already a red flag.
It is. And you know what? I give you your platform to speak, to say whatever you want to say. And if I'm adding. But then when now I have an opinion or have something to say, and then you're quick to cut me off, that kind of, I'll fake it until the conversation over, but then we're done.
That's it.
We're done.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's part of your list of, what was it, that list that you guys made? Like, okay, he must be this, that. If he's not a listener. I don't think there's a woman that wants a guy that's not a listener, even though we all don't listen.
At least pretend to be listening to me. At least pretend to like, okay, so then what happened? Yeah, to show interest.
You're gonna end up saying,
No. If you start off that way, I feel like eventually you get used to it. It sort of now gets into you that, oh, okay, my person likes me to interact in the conversation. So then,
but then at the same time, you will never understand, because some women say, the etiquette of conversation is when you are speaking, you're not supposed to say, okay, babes, wow. If someone is speaking, you're listening. And someone will find that sort of like, it's rude. You're not listening to me because you're not nodding, you're not, okay.
That's where we differ as people. For me, I think I would like your assurance that you're still with me in the conversation. Rather than somebody you're speaking to them and they're busy on their phone, they're typing.
Yeah, that one.
You're not that clearly states that you are not listening and you are not interested.
Yeah.
But if we are having a conversation and every now and then I hear, okay, or that means you are still with me in the conversation. For me,
imagine
silence for me doesn't work.
Imagine I go quiet, then you carry on going.
That's the thing. You're gonna fall asleep.
It's been a long day. I'm sorry, love.
That is the worst.
I'm sorry, love. It's been a long. I'm so exhausted. I can't.
That is the worst. It's either so. It's no longer I'm exhausted. For me, it's like, okay, so I bore you. I'm boring. I'm boring. I'm uninteresting. I make you sleep when I talk. So.
Oh gosh. Anyway, those are the 5 icebreaker questions. I did not come up with them.
Okay.
She did.
All right. No.
So yeah.
It's okay.
I'm gonna give you a 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 5. What? What's your rating? Don't be nice. Just because she's in front of you, then you wanna be nice.
I expected worse, but anyway, it's okay.
You see, I told you. Eish, I'm disappointed now. I'll start over again. Anyway, Pumza, what was your overview of the first episode that Tinei came through? I know we had a review of it,
Yes.
but then it's a different one when she's around, she's in the picture. So what was yours?
For me, it was like, wow. You know what? She's really... She said she's phenomenal last time, right?
No, this time she's phenomenal.
She even the first time.
Last time I still
She
was.
was-
I am
did.
a phenomenal.
So yeah, for me, I mean, there's storms that you also like. Wow, did I get through that? So I was like, wow, it's gonna help so many people that are going through what she went through, because I know a lot of people that are going through, and I sent them that video on WhatsApp. I forwarded the link because I was like, they need to hear this. They need to hear that it's okay. What is going on in their lives, it's okay. And there is someone who survived it, and they will survive it too. So she's a testimony. And
Don't cry now.
and I think most of us as women, we related a lot. You might not be going through exactly what she went through, but any situation that someone tells you, what, God, because the thing is, we quick to say, Lord, take this pain away from me and make things right. Bring my husband back. You understand? Only to find out that's not God's will. Maybe God's will was to let him go so that you can be the woman that you are today.
Yes.
So I do believe that it was his will in a way. Look at you now, beautiful. I'm sure he's like, damn. So
Pride won't let.
Yes, and I love the relationship that you have with your children, that they were there with you all through all this, and they couldn't wait to hear you speak, and you guys listened to it. You said you listened together. Yeah, man. Just continue being I don't want a strong woman, but a resilient woman. Because sometimes we are called strong and we don't want to be strong. We want to be vulnerable.
Yes.
We want to be loved, protected, provided for. Yes.
Now I'm gonna cry.
So,
But then you speak about being resilient and as a woman and all that. Do you then think that society is the one that made women to feel like they're strong? This Ombokodo thing and a woman, I am woman. There's a campaign that they're doing now. I am woman. I'm worth it. I am, right? And in as much as that is the case, I think society has made the woman to be strong, which is okay. But then at the same time, you can't then break down because you're a woman. You understand? Is it a good thing to encourage a woman to be strong, yet the one in the broad spectrum, we're encouraging the woman to be strong, but then individually the woman is saying, I don't want to be strong. I want to be fragile, because a woman is meant to be fragile. The mere fact that a woman came out of Adam's rib. There is I saw a TikTok, I think yesterday or day before, that said there is this whole notion of God is preparing a man for you. That is wrong. Because God made Eve for Adam. He did not make Eve for Adam. God made Adam for Eve.
I saw
You understand?
that, yeah.
So for a woman to then say, I am strong, but then at the same time, where is the fragileness if you're going to be strong? Do you think that you guys are shooting yourselves in the foot by that statement?
This feels, I don't know what word to use. I had a conversation about this last night. And then,
Really?
for Gogo to just say it now, I'm like, oh,
And
wow,
believe me,
I needed to
we
dive
didn't
deep.
Believe me, we didn't even plan what we're going to speak about.
That's the thing. That's what I love about here. Remember the first time I came here, I'm like, okay, so where's the script?
No, none.
Do you understand?
Zero, yeah.
I had a conversation about this last night. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being strong. I want to be fragile. I want to be soft. I want somebody who is going to be responsible for the bills or help me out with the bills. I want somebody who is going to just be there for me. It might not even have to be financially, but the physics of just knowing that there's somebody, there's a man standing with me, a strong man who's willing to do this for me. Light bulb goes off. Okay, there's somebody who's going to do that. I just miss that. So the whole concept of us women being strong, I think it's situations put you in that, where there are some situations you find yourself in. It's not by choice. For me, I feel like I had so much doubt in myself. I didn't believe in myself so much that I had to go through what I went through so that I can be shown that I can still make it without the people that I thought I couldn't live without. So it's situations that makes you strong, yes. But women, in all honesty, we're not supposed to carry the burden. When God created Adam and Eve, it was the man's responsibility to take care of his family, to be the provider, to be the protector. Do you understand? So when a woman has to do it, it is out of something that she has gone through. It's not choice. It's not a choice for us to be the provider and the protector for our kids.
It's not supposed to be something to be celebrated that a woman is strong or a woman is... You are worth it, definitely. But is it something that we can say we're going to sort of celebrate? It's just like celebrating a present father. You have to be present. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're doing your children a favor by taking them out for lunch or by paying their school fees. You have to. You can't then say, I'm a very good man because I'm providing. Yes, fair and square, but you're supposed to.
Yes, so it's your job.
For us to then say, woman is strong, woman is this, woman is that, we are forgetting the fact that we are saying, instead of having a campaign that says, woman is fragile, then that's going to change the whole notion of how society looks at a woman. Ponza, what do you think?
I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be strong, as I said before. I'm tired, as she said. I'm exhausted of being strong. People expect you to be strong. I'm exhausted. I just wanna go with the flow. I want things to flow. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing some things in my life. And the providing part, I think as she said, we step into that role because we have no choice. Sometimes you become strong because you have no choice. There is no one to be strong for you. So it is also good, as much as we want that security financially and all this, but we also want someone that we can be vulnerable with, someone who can understand that, you know what, she's got a right to just break down. Yes. And I don't have to explain to you every time that I'm breaking down. You don't have to know why all the time. Sometimes I'm triggered.
Yes.
So I just want that person who's going to understand, okay, she's triggered. So all I need to do is just embrace her. I can ask later when she's feeling much better what's going on.
Yes.
So we want to be able to break down without being judged that we are weak.
Yes.
Because now they'll be like, no, what are your kids going to say? Looking at you like that. It's like you are not woman enough. So we are tired of those things that are labeling us as women. And another thing that labels us as women that it's not in this conversation, but I just want to say it. A woman that cannot give kids, all of a sudden she's not good enough to be called a woman. A woman that has given kids before marriage, all of a sudden she's labeled. You understand? A woman that is a virgin and she's over 30 or she is labeled. It's like society have these expectations of us. A woman that is married that hasn't decided to have kids yet because she's focusing on her career. And all of a sudden she's not good enough to be a woman. So there is a lot that they put up upon us as women, and they expect us to run with it. But they never come and ask us, what do we want and how do we feel about it?
But then at the same time, is it they or is the woman that is saying, I'm strong, I can be a man, I can provide for my children, I can do everything that a man can do? That's why these societies have created this 50-50 rule. I don't think a woman and a man can ever go 50-50.
No.
But because every woman is jumping onto that because they are ones that have jumped out of marriage and now they're looking at a man because they got treated roughly. They're going to look at a man as, no, I don't need a man to provide for me. I can do it myself. And there are certain instances where a woman is going to get a better salary, or you want to advocate for a woman getting a better salary, or a woman doing things or getting into industries or careers that were designed for men, so to speak. You then come back and say, I am not strong. Yet every woman is embarking on this. That's why there's Women's Month. Because every woman is embarking on Ngimbo Kodom, and I'm strong. I can do this. Yet, for the mere fact that I am strong, it makes the man step back. And you are saying you can provide.
Can I
You're
answer
saying you're
that?
strong. Carry on.
But then if you listen to yourself, we are taught that. We are taught that. Do you get it? We are taught. I was raised, I grew up in a family where there was no man. They had divorced my aunties, including my mother. My one auntie that was still married, her husband had passed on. So I didn't grow up in a family where there was male figures. There was none. I grew up with these women that are strong, that are taking care of themselves, that have got good jobs, doing things for themselves. You understand? I didn't even want to get married because, like, what's the point? They are coming back and I can see them. They are doing well. But you know what? There has to be someone in the family to change that narrative. There has to be someone who breaks that. I will call it a generational curse.
Yes,
There has to be someone who's going to break that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tinei, what's your take on being independent? I was on TikTok as well, and someone says, women, there is no such thing as independence if you're still pouring fuel into your own car, if you're still paying for your own rental or your mortgage, whatever the case may be. You are not independent. What's your definition of an independent woman? Because there is this, I think it was Beyonce, I'm an independent woman. Someone once sang a song, Independent Woman.
Mm-hmm.
What's the definition of being an independent woman?
Being an independent woman is being able to, it's basically that, which is you being able to do everything on your own. If you're paying your bills on your own, you are being independent. You're solely standing on yourself. You're your sole provider yourself. So for me, being an independent woman is, I got me, and if you've got kids, I got me and my kids. That's it. I don't think it's a case of if you're still pouring your own petrol, you're doing it yourself. You're being able to, you are able to do whatever you want at your own time we're using your money. You don't depend on anyone else. You can't say this month, I gotta wait for that person or baby daddy to send me money for me to be able to do 1, 2, 3.
Then you're not independent.
Then you're not independent. You are dependent on somebody.
Yeah.
So independency is when you are able to do it on your own without depending on anybody else. Yeah.
Here's a question, ladies, girls. I was listening to Thando Tabete on, I think it was on Twitter. Sopenduka put it on Twitter. And she said, would you marry a man that is broke? Right? And then everyone then she says, no, I'm not going to walk into a relationship or in a marriage when I know that you're not providing. Right? A group of men says, no, a woman is being a gold digger if she wants money from you. Another group says, she says, actually, Thando Tabete says, I've got my own money and he must have money as well so that we then build together.
Yes.
But I'm not going to go for someone that is a project that actually needs me to take care of them. So now, if that is the case, where then is the notion that when a woman asks for money, then she's a gold digger? Because where is it written in anywhere in the book of life that when you are dating someone, they mustn't ask you for money? It's just like, if you are dating me, I must provide for you. I must give you money if you need money. Same way, if I need money, I must get money from you if you've got, you understand? That becomes a balance. Where then do we get gold digger that's going more towards the woman side and never gold digger going to the male side? Kumza, do you want to take it?
Why me? Okay, for me, I would date a broke guy, not marry, date, right? And then while I'm dating this guy, then obviously now we are talking about marriage and whatever, and I'm seeing the potential. He's got dreams and ambitions and all that, and he's working towards them. We are dating, but I will never marry a man that is broke, because he's going to be miserable when I'm providing, because a man, once as a woman you provide, they don't take it very well. So let's not even, that is going to be the reason why we divorce. Let's not even get to that. So I will marry you if I'm seeing that all these ambitions that you had and goals and whatever, they are now starting, I can see, okay, there's a light. Then I would. But if there is nothing, who's going to pay lobola for you?
There's nobody. I feel like the whole narrative of how God intended things to be has been twisted. This is not how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
The times that we're living in right now, it's not how it should be. So this thing of finding men right now are in their soft era. Some men are gold diggers now. Hey, some men are asking.
No one says anything about that.
Do you understand? Things are just twisting. How things were meant to be. When God created Adam and Eve, it was Adam is going to work and provide for his family. So therefore, I am a helper. I am here to help. I am here to support you. I am here to be, you remain the head of the family. I can be the body and I maneuver everything around. But you remain the head of the family. You bring in the bread or the flour. I turn it into bread.
But the problem now is with a woman, the moment that she provides, then she's going to
roles have been reversed.
But then she's going to make you feel that you are not
naturally we know that this is not what we are supposed to do.
Now
we are not supposed to be the provider.
She's going to tell you that yeah, the shoes that you are wearing, I bought those. Now you're doing nonsense to me, you understand? As opposed to a man can provide for a woman for 50 years and she's not working, and that's okay. A woman does that once in year, you're going to know it all. You are going to know.
Because we're never meant to do that.
Yes, that was never how we were created to be. That was not how we were created. That's not the role that we were supposed to play. Our role is to just be a helper. I need to help you. I need to support you. Allow you to make your mistakes when you make them, and then still be there and say, not I told you so, but how about we now try it this way?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So when roles reverse, I am going to tell you that I am the head of this family.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that it's me who's paying. You are not doing your duties. Yes,
That is true. So you have no right to call yourself a head of the house. Who's the head? The provider, right? Who's
Yes,
providing?
the provider.
Me.
No, but then at the same time, now we are twisting roles. Because just because you provided, it doesn't mean that you are the head. Again, like what you said earlier, you said roles have been changed and this is not the order of how God wanted
Exactly.
it.
So let's go back to what we are supposed to do.
That means women and men can never be 50-50.
We can't. It's
impossible.
I hate that statement to say a man who tell me 50-50.
Yeah.
On a date 50-50.
Yes.
What the?
I went
Are you
out
no
with
longer
my mates. I went out with my mates and we're just talking about marriage and stuff from school. And she says she's been married for 4 or 5 years now. He says, guys, you give your women money to buy stuff. My man just tells me that, okay, we need 90,000 in this household so that we can survive. You're gonna pay 45, I pay 45. That's how she's living, literally. If they go on vacation and they spend 20,000, she's paying 10, he's paying 10. Because of 50-50.
You are.
And those are the kind of relationships that people are having out there. And you're like, does that make you feel good and say you're in a relationship with a man if you're paying 50-50?
No.
I don't mind if we go on a date and you say, babe, I'm going to pay for it. Because I don't have money, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not 50-50. That's helping each other. Because,
Yes.
maybe I haven't been paid or maybe I'm struggling with my finances or whatever.
Yes.
But for the most part, when we go out on a date, I'm paying for it. For that 1 or 2 times, yes, you're doing it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that now you're the provider just because you bought groceries for a month. You understand? And this is a woman that's saying this is how she's living.
Been living.
Exactly. And how do you sit across the table and say, dude, you guys are always smiling. This is what you go through. It's really, really tough out there. 50-50. Nah, you guys are shooting yourselves in the foot.
I don't do 50-50. It's either I will meet you halfway, not even halfway.
Somewhere.
I will meet you somewhere.
Somewhere,
Yes, but you gotta show me first that you are able to provide for me. You're able to take care of me. It's not that I am going to sludge back and then expect you to do everything. I am your helper.
Yeah.
I will help you where it needs be.
I think it comes back again to now men have become soft.
Soft era. Like what's happening? Like what's happening?
We are a soft generation.
Yeah.
You know, this whole thing of men, you can't be strong. We are also shooting ourselves in the foot because there is this trend that is going around that it's okay not to be okay. We grew up not being told that
Men
you can't
don't cry. Yes,
right?
men don't cry.
And because
Don't show
of that,
emotions.
we were providing. Now all of a sudden, because we go to therapy, so can we safely say that there is no such thing as a gold digger in women?
There are some, but then again,
What classifies as a gold digger? It's a woman that wants to be taken care of.
No, I can't define. Because then I'm a woman who wants to be taken care of, but that doesn't make
Does
me.
it make you a gold
No,
digger?
it doesn't make me a gold digger. I'm able to provide for myself. I'm able to do the things that I want to do for myself when I want and at the pace that I want to. So if you're to come into my life, I expect you to either upgrade my life but not degrade me. Do you understand? You have to level me up. It has to be known that no, she has actually grown from where she was in the past. So me wanting to be taken care of, I can't be a gold digger. I'm not a gold digger because right now I'm doing it on my own. I'm surviving on my own. But if you are there to help me to help me see and navigate things that I don't see in myself, then we've both won.
Yeah. What's your take on that?
I think
Is there such thing as a gold digger? And in your own words, what is a gold digger? Because that notion keeps on going around. Right?
If we go back, I think if we can go back to the Bible, then there is no gold digger. Because as women, we were supposed to be taken care of by men.
Yeah, because just because a woman wants to be taken care of.
And sometimes we label people gold diggers just because you cannot afford that woman.
Thank you.
So stop chasing a woman that is out of your league.
You can't afford.
Because a man that's got money, that woman that you are labeling as a gold digger, for him, he's just a woman that he's taking care of.
Yes.
So it depends on your pocket.
Yes.
It's your pocket.
The men that say she's a gold digger, they
You-
can't afford
yes.
the woman that they
Yes,
they're
my
looking
standard
at.
is too high for you. So
Yes.
step down the ladder.
Go down.
Go down. That's
Let's
it.
go down.
That's it.
I also don't think that there's such thing as a gold digger because for the life of me, I've always been the kind of man that I don't care how much you earn. I want to provide for you.
Yes.
I want to be in a position that I can take you to the salon on your payday with my money.
With my money.
You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. That's the order of providing. But the thing is, like you are saying, just like in church, the ones that complain that pastors are eating our money are the ones that give 2
5 rand a
3
week.
5 rand.
The minimum.
Yes, the bare minimum are the ones that are going to say, they're chowing our money. And
Which
you ask
one?
yourself, in this whole month,
How much?
how much have you
How
contributed? Less than 10 rand, but they are eating your money. So
It's
they
the
are-
coins, the ones that throw the
Exactly.
coins.
So they are buying Range Rovers and all that with 10 rand. Honestly speaking. So yeah, it's really tough. What advice would you be given to a young woman that knows her worth? Because a woman has been labeled 1 gold digger or 2 lazy or 3 taking advantage because of who they are. Yes, they've got the body for it, they've got the boobs, they've got this, and when a man looks at them, they're attractive, hence they've got a certain standard. One would say, I always go back to TikTok and whatnot. She says, I will never date a guy that walks on his foot, he doesn't have a car, right?
Okay.
And then they responded to say, how do you want something that you yourself don't have? Because in as much as yes, that statement is right, that how do you want something that you yourself don't have, also if a woman has got her standards, that is standard. It's just like saying, I will never date a man that's not working. It doesn't mean that she's a gold digger, it just means that is the standard that she's setting
she
for
has
her
set.
life. What advice would you give to a girl that is ending up turning away from their principles just because society is going to label her as 1, she's a B, or 2, she's a gold digger, or any of those words. Just like a girl that is 21, 22, 23 and still a virgin, because she has set herself and said, you know what, I'm going to lose my virginity in my marriage. But because all your friends around there are sleeping around and they're going to look at you and say, I will now dumb. Now she's going to end up turning and going the wrong route, all because I want to fit in.
Peer pressure. And
What advice would you give ladies?
Social media.
It's Women's Month. So
Okay, we are talking a lot. For me, I would tell them to own up their truth and to continue doing what they're doing, because I do believe that as women, I wish I had done so much for myself before I met you or any other guy, or I married you. Yeah. So I wish I had done a lot. I wish. So I will tell you know what? Buy a house, girl. Buy that car that you want. Have those savings. Travel if you want to travel. Study if you want to study. Be so filled up by the things that you want in your life, so that the man that you meet, he doesn't have to have this woman now who's got so many issues, childhood traumas, but he is just a cherry on top. He is here to complete the puzzle.
Compliment you as well.
The puzzle, exactly. You are everything that you always wanted to be. Because the thing is, now we go to marriages with so much baggage. You understand? So because now I had to take care of my family, there's black tax. So if you have to do those things, do them while you are still single. And take your time. And understand between being a single and being in a relationship. Because the thing is, we want to be in relationships that we are not even ready for. Just because your friends, they all have boyfriends. Why don't you study instead of chasing a relationship? Why don't you do something about your life? So just carry on doing what you're doing, so that man, when he finds you, because the Bible says he's going to find you because you are a good thing. So just keep on being a good thing and fill yourself up and be content. Because here's another thing that I've noticed. If a woman is single, she doesn't have a child, she doesn't have anything. A one that's got the children, maybe let's say you've done your nails, and then they ask, where did you do your nails? Oh, this place. How much? 800. Then they'll be like, so much. Why are you wasting money? Forgetting that you've got kids. I don't. So I'm living my life. We are not the same. You understand? So things like that, they actually make young women feel guilty for taking care of themselves. So they must just own up to their truth, do their thing.
I totally agree with Gogo. For me, it's never lower your standards. Stick to what it is that you feel you are worth.
Yes.
And trust me, you are worth it. Whoever is going to come into your life, they're going to see that value and add more to it. And another thing is, fill yourself up so much that whatever starts to come out of you is what everybody else receives, but you yourself are full. You are content, you are happy, and you've done it all. There's no one who has told you or try to limit you, so that when you enter into a chapter whereby you're now ready for marriage, you're ready for kids, you can say, I've prepared myself. I've been ready for this. I'm okay with this. This is the level. The worst thing is that social media, it puts pressure on us too much. Your TikToks, your Insta, they put so much pressure on you. When you listen or see couples who look couple goals, do you understand? There's no such.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. What is it? A facade. Yes. It is. So don't rush into things, but take your time and focus on you. Find your value. Find your rhythm that works for you. And at the right time, it'll all work out.
Yes.
Amazing stuff from the ladies. I get that, right? You have advised a girl that is still growing up, because you are mothers, right? So you're advising from a motherly point of view, which is amazing, because you don't want them to fall into that pit, then rescue them and give them advice before they fall in. There is also a woman, and a grown-up woman, that has gone through all sorts of nonsense, lost their confidence, lost their will to live and everything. And in as much as you are running a campaign of I am worth it or I am woman, that campaign resonates to a girl that is 10 years old as it does to a woman that is 50 years old. Every woman goes through something, somewhere in their life, there is traumas that they grew up with. So much so that when they get to their 40s, 50s, they're like, this life is not worth it because for the past 45 years, I've been going through crap. What advice would you give to that lady if you were to have a women's conference? A women's conference is not only limited to the 30-year-olds. It's not only limited to 20-year-olds or teenagers, whatever the case may be. You are speaking to women in general. What advice would you give a woman? Is Tinei the billionaire? What advice would you give? Don't cough out the billions, man.
Manifesting. Wow.
Just look at yourself with the lapel mic, and you're holding a women's conference. What would be the first thing that you're going to tell that woman that bought a ticket to say, I want to sit down and listen to Tinei?
For me, I would take it back to the whole strong scenario. It's okay to break down.
That's what they told us. Here we are, we're soft now.
No. Not for men. It's different. It's different. You know, I can wear my makeup, I can smile throughout the day, but when I go home and I'm in my room and I'm alone, the world or reality hits me. You understand? When you are in your own space, reality hits you of your situation, of what you are going through. Right now, in the company and in the presence of people, I can forget. I can, for that moment, I can forget. So for me, it's a case of you don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay so that people see you without your makeup. Some people mask up with a makeup, but their real face, you don't see it because they don't want you to see the real them. So it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let your guard down. It's okay to take the burden that you carry that you think no one else understands. It's okay to just put it down. That's what it was for me.
I would, first words I would say would be wear your scars. Wear your scars with so much boldness, because you wouldn't have scars if you hadn't gone through something. Yes. You went through those things because you had something to learn from them. And you wouldn't even appreciate the grace of God upon your life if you hadn't gone through anything, if your life was just soft from the beginning until now. And you are not defined by your struggles. You are more than that. The reason why you are alive and breathing is because God's got a purpose over your life and you haven't fulfilled it. So forget about what happened. Don't dwell on the past and just focus. There's so much, but you can never see the potential that you have until you let go of the pain. Learn from that pain, but let go of it. It doesn't help you to hold on to it. What are you getting from it? Being angry? Being bitter? Just drop it. Drop it and learn from it and move forward. There is so much for you. You know when they say there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and this comedian says, why is it not at the beginning? Why do you need it at the end? Which is true. That's how I feel about women. We need it at the beginning. But even if it's not there, just focus. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness. God was there, and he proved to them that I'm here. He proved there was a cloud that they would follow during the day, and there was, I don't know, was it a moon at night? Because he wanted to say, yes, you are going through this, but I'm here. I am here with you. Walk in that wilderness with so much grace, knowing that when you come out on the other side, you're gonna be a different person. You're gonna appreciate every pain that you've went through, because now you're gonna start seeing the purpose that God has upon your life. So just hold Hold on to it. Hold on. You are not alone. Yes.
Hold on, girl. Just hold on. God bless.
Yes.
I was listening on YouTube. One of my mates uploaded before I had this studio. I used to record my stuff at his studio. He's got a studio, and he interviewed a girl that was a drug addict, and she says I think she's been sober for 2 years now.
Okay.
And what really touched me about that story was she said she was molested from when she was 5, I think, or 6. Then he started raping her from 12 to 20, I think. And no matter how many people she told, no one believed her, not even her own parents. And have you ever watched something and you're thinking, how many times have I judged a woman or a man based on what they're doing? Because we know drugs are crap. We know that crime is not right. But then no one ever takes time to sit down with that person to say, what really is going on, right? So because of that, she started using cat, she started using cocaine, you name it, every drug there was. And to her, she was like, you know what? It was because of that much pain, because I was so angry at people that how does one call themselves an uncle and yet they do this to me? And no one in this whole world believed it. So when she started taking drugs, it was a sort of like a soothing mechanism. Obviously, you then go down and down and down. But then it really got me worried that how many women are broken, and not every woman is going to be able to still stand and say, I can still pray to God and God is going to be my healer. Someone is going to go down and be a prostitute. And what do we do as men? We're just going to judge them like, yes, she's selling her body to men. For what? Is it really worth it?
Yeah.
Not understanding where is that woman coming from. So I think as society, instead of pushing the I am strong agenda, it's okay to say I am weak. You have a campaign of I am weak. And through my weakness, that's when I found my strength. Not just rush to say, oh, you're strong, you are Mbokodo, you are a rock, you are amazing. Yes, you are. But then instead of pushing a notion of strength, let's push a notion of weakness, so much so that the more the woman is weaker, it's going to be easier for the men to then embrace, or for society to then embrace. That's my 2 cents. Co-host, billionaire.
Yes.
What are your last words? A wise woman once said from you, a wise woman once said from you. Think of that.
As you were speaking, there's this book that I've been reading, and this just highlighted. It's called The Haste by Chris. I forgot the surname. But it's called The Haste, the book. Okay. It's focusing mostly on the prodigal son, the story of the prodigal son. And he highlights on the topic that says Jesus committed the biggest haste in our lives. How so? By taking away the power that the devil had for sin. He took away the power of sin on the cross for us. And that's where grace comes to meet us. So he goes on to say, when the prodigal son had finished spending all his money and he's returning back home, the father, when he saw him from a distance, instead of just standing and waiting for him to arrive to him, he ran to him and embraced him. That's God for us. That's what Jesus wants. He does not want you to run to him to find grace, but he will meet you where you are to cover you with his grace. So a lot of people, our sin is what kills us, and we judge ourselves with what we have sinned or how we have sinned. It's either you commit adultery, right, and then you judge yourself, and it end up, you tell yourself, no, I'm not clean, I'm not holy, I'm not this. But God is saying to you, even in your uncleanness, I still want you. I still want to cover you with my grace. The book also goes in to highlight Judas's story as he was at the table, the Last Supper. Jesus was like, one of you is going to betray me. And what does Judas do? He gets up and he goes. So he was asking the narrative of, what do you think would have happened had Judas just said, "It is me," in that moment with Jesus? If Judas had just said, "No, it's me, I'm the one that's going to betray you," what do you think God would have done? Or Jesus would have done?
It would have changed the narrative.
It would have changed the narrative, and he would have been embraced. But his own guilt, what did Judas do after betraying Jesus? His own guilt made him hang himself on the tree.
Yeah.
So we continuously hang ourselves. We judge ourselves for our sins, and yet we forget that it is the grace of God, the same grace that has carried us all along, all these years. So, in my last words, I will say that you are made for a purpose, and always remember the grace of God, because that's what this book has taught me, and it is a highlight that, of course, you go through situations in life, but never conclude your own situation. You are still in His grace. God will meet you wherever it is that you are.
Amen. Madam.
For me, my last words would be to a woman out there: forgive yourself, because the baggage that you are dragging with you, it's actually your own thoughts. God has forgiven you already. You are battling with your own thoughts, and get out of your situation. There's something that you once said, that sometimes you just have to look at your situation from outside. So get out and look at it from outside and see that it's not that bad. It's really not that bad at all. There are people out there that are going through way more than what you're going through. I think I went to a women's conference 2 weeks back. It was on a Saturday. And when I listened to those women that were speaking there, and I realized that, you know what, Pums, you don't have problems at all. So that was me now getting outside and looking at my problem from the outside. So forgive yourself. There is no sin that God cannot forgive. And His grace is sufficient. As Tinei said, there is nothing that you have to do to earn that grace. It's freely given to you. So remember that. And prayer. If you haven't knelt down on your knees with your head on the floor, your forehead touching the floor, you have not felt the pain. I would say that. If you have not done that, because that is you surrendering to the Father, that, Lord, I cannot do it on my own. So you need to surrender. Your weapons are carnal, but God's ones are mighty. That's all I want to say.
Amazing. It's Women's Month, so Tinei is gonna close that for us, and the camera zoomed on you, on only you. I'm quiet, yeah.
Oh my word. A hint? How do I do this?
I don't know. It's Women's Month. You're strong.
Listen to you hitting us back with that strong. No, we don't want that strong anymore. Let us be soft, ladies. Let us be soft. Let us be amazing and continue to do what we do. The narrative might have changed, but we still remain the helpers.
Yeah, man.
You haven't told them bye-bye. It's all on you. It's all on you. You're going to tell them to go bye. You're going to tell them bye. You're going to thank them for watching. Then you're going to ask them to subscribe, like, and share.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much
You can even throw in your name as well if you've got a stage name.
I am practicing. All right, so this is Tinei, short for T. That is my nickname. You can find me on Instagram and on TikTok. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please subscribe to this channel, and we hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.